What's up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back with another video. And today I'm discussing how Team Oxygen Gym is taking over the Mr. Olympia lineup in 2021, coaching almost half the competitors competing in the open lineup. Also, I'm going to go over all the other competitors, who they're coached by. Plus, I'm going to give you guys a few physique updates as well on some of the top guys competing in this show. So let's get into it and let's discuss the two most recent additions to Team Oxygen Gym. And the first one is Akeem Williams. This was posted the other day. He originally worked with Oscar Arden for last year's Mr. Olympia. Then he worked with Justin Miller for the Puerto Rico Pro this year. And now he's working with Abdullah. So I don't know what's going on with all those coaching changes, but it's continuing to work for Akeem Williams and he's looking great so far. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how he looks. So how do we know about it? So Abdullah posted up this photo of Akeem Williams on a cover of MD and said 6 weeks, confirmed in the comments that he is in fact working with Akeem. Akeem appeared on RX Muscle and said that he basically wasn't working with Justin Miller anymore. And then I was sort of wondering who he was working with and then found this out a few days later. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how Akeem looks working with Abdullah from Oxygen Gym. Obviously, I don't think he's going to go out to Kuwait at this point, so close to the Olympia, but maybe in the future he'll be going out to Kuwait and training out there under the guidance of Team Oxygen Gym, living that full-time bodybuilder lifestyle where it's just eat, sleep, and train. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Akeem Williams in that situation. The other guy, William Bonac, now obviously a huge name, finished as high as second in Mr. Olympia, multiple-time Arnold Classic champion. He's a favorite going to this Arnold Classic in under 4 weeks' time now. He posted up this back double bicep where he looks insanely impressive as well. So I don't know if this is recent or not. And he said, finally, I got a taste of that anabolic chicken. Teamed up with Abdullah, we have put a formula together with a little bit of old mix with new flavor. Let's see what the future holds. And he says, beta sir, hopefully you got my camel ready for this ride. Ready or not, here we come. Road to Arnold Sports and Mr. Olympia. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing what happens with William Bonac. Will he actually go out to Oxygen Gym? I don't know if he'll do that. He does have obviously a big family as well, but Brandon Curry does the same thing, and it's obviously for a greater goal, and it's obviously for short periods of time while they're prepping. So I don't know if he'll go out to Kuwait and then fly to America, because I did hear that Kuwait is actually easier to get to from America than where William actually is right now. So that might be an option for him for this year's Mr. Olympia. So let's go over the full lineup, who's working with who, because there's 7 out of the 17 competitors are working with Team Oxygen Gym, and that's 2 guys primarily. So let's start with Abdullah, and I'll give you some physique updates along the way as well. Obviously, Brandon Curry, your 2019 Mr. Olympia champion, came second last year at the 2020 Mr. Olympia. He's looking fantastic right now. He's under the guidance of Abdullah, and he's looking really good. Like, the main thing from last year was that he needed more leg size and more just fullness to the legs overall. Looks like he's achieving that in the recent physique updates, but will they come down a little bit at the end or not when he's trying to get that extra conditioning? But they did say they're trying to come in fuller this year with that same sort of conditioning. So if he's able to achieve that, then that's definitely a potential Mr. Olympia in 2021. Justin Rodriguez is another guy he's coaching who looks absolutely fantastic at the moment. He's doing that Arnold Classic as well, which is only 4 weeks away. He posted up his front double bicep looking pretty damn insane, and looks like he's made gains from those earlier shows he did this year with the Indy Pro, which he won, and then when he got second to Nick Walker at that New York Pro. He looks bigger again, so I'm excited to see what Justin Rodriguez brings to the Olympia. I think it's probably another top 10 package for Justin. And then his other athletes, obviously William Bonac and Akeem Williams now. So he has 3 out of the top 6 from last year's Mr. Olympia. So he's definitely got the most impressive list of athletes at this point. Ahmed Askar, he has Nathan Diasha, he has Rolly Winkler, and then Vlad Sukorochku, who qualified on points for this year's Mr. Olympia. Patrick Tua, he's got Ian Valier, who's looking very, very good recently in his most recent physique updates as well, which you can see. James Hollingshead, who's also posted some recent physique updates, looking shredded, looking dense. Very much excited for his Olympia debut and pretty much to see where he falls, because he's a big unknown for me. I don't know if he'll be 10th or if he'll be top 5. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he looks when he stands next to these other guys. Chris Aceto, he has Patrick Moore and Hassan Mustafa. So Hassan obviously qualified for that Mr. Olympia on points from competing so damn much. Chad Nichols, you got Big Ramy, obviously last year's Mr. Olympia champion, will be very hard to beat. He's going to be out at Dennis James's as well, so I've got to give Dennis James some credit here too. He's going to be training with him for 8 weeks in Arizona leading up to that Mr. Olympia. Then Matt Jansen has Nick Walker, who's obviously making his Olympia debut. Very, very exciting. Honey Rambod has Hardy Chupin, a definite contender for this year's Mr. Olympia. I'd probably put him in the top 2 or 3 guys that are contending for that title. Dorian Hamilton has Regan Grimes, recently looking very, very good. He looks like he's actually filled out the last couple of weeks as well while getting in better condition. So I can't wait to see what Regan brings to the stage, because he's got a great shape. Really, really love his physique. Andrew Vu has Mo Shaban, who has made some huge gains. I don't know how much of that was actually under Andrew Vu and how much was maybe, just him doing it by himself or with another coach, but he's made some huge gains. I believe Charles Glass also helped him some training as well. And then Moro from Team Stone, one of his European guys, is coaching Andrea Presti, who made a big impact this year as well. So it looks like a great lineup. You got 10 coaches for 17 competitors at the Olympia, so it is reasonably spread out. But now there's so many divisions across the IFBB. You've got, I think, 9 Olympia champions or so. Obviously, if you've got one competitor in each division, that's 9 competitors doing the Olympia. So that's why I think you don't see guys coaching, 3, 4, 5 guys in the Olympia, except obviously Abdullah and Abadaskar, but that's obviously part to do with Oxygen Gym as well. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you were competing at this level, who would you get to coach you? Assuming that they all are doing it for free if you're a top sort of Mr. Olympia competitor. Let me know on that, and let me know what you think about the move for some of these guys moving to Team Oxygen Gym as well. So that's it for this video. If you guys like and appreciate this content, please give this video a thumbs up, smash that like button, also subscribe, and hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up for myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. So for Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding, actually, I want to give a few shout outs before I wrap this up. These are guys that have got in my YouTube comments. So if you do want to shout out, get in my YouTube comments, share my stuff on Instagram, tag me in bodybuilding news stories, all that good stuff. It's much appreciated. So you got Denver_lifts, you got AS, you got Joel Davis, and you got I Am Bodybuilding YT. So thank you so much, guys, for all your support. So that's it for me. For Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding, we are out.